Welcome back to 5 Talking Points, the series where I pick out 5 things from the F1 race weekend and talk about them. Admittedly this weekend, I couldn't find much to talk about, so the content this week is a little less than usual, but it's the start of a double header in Austria, starting with the Styrian Grand Prix. So let's talk about it. Max Verstappen produced another dominant display at the Styrian Grand Prix to win his 4th race of the season and extend his lead at the top of the championship. It may be too early to ask this question, but is this the start of an era of dominance for Verstappen and Red Bull? Is Mercedes' reign at the top about to end? Well, there's a case for why it could be, and why it might not be. First point, the regulation changes next year. They could shake up the entire grid. It also means that Mercedes have decided not to upgrade their car anymore this season and focus fully on 2022, whereas Red Bull are still adding small upgrades but plan to stop soon. But at the same time, the momentum is clearly with Red Bull, and this is something they could take into 2022. George Russell. With all the rumours of him moving to Mercedes next year, the question of when will he get his first points with Williams is quickly turning into, will he get points for Williams? Whenever he's been in a decent position to potentially grab points, it's been snatched away from him in one way or another. Sometimes his fault, sometimes not. This race was his best chance so far in my opinion. Starting P10 on the grid, he made his way up to P8 and was pressuring Fernando Alonso for 7th, before getting a radio message telling him they're going to plan B because of reliability. When he came into the pits, the crew had to refill his car with pressure. After pitting twice more for the same reason, Russell retired from the race. Another chance of points gone. The only incidents in the race occurred at Turn 1 and Turn 3 during Lap 1, and all of them involved Pierre Gasly. Gasly was in the middle of Fernando Alonso and Charles Leclair into Turn 1 and ran wide, staying ahead of both. But when Leclair tried to get into the slipstream of Gasly, he clipped Gasly's left rear tyre, giving him a puncture. After that, Gasly didn't have full control of his car, and as he tried to brake into Turn 3, he spun around Antonio Giovinazzi and then also hit Nicholas Latifi, which gave the Williams driver a puncture as well. Gasly was out after the puncture damaged his suspension. After getting caught up in all the antics of Lap 1, Charles Leclerc found himself right at the back and many seconds behind everyone after pitting for a new front wing. But in the end, he produced probably about 50% of the overtakes from the race, as he fought his way back through the field. He had made his way back into the points before having to pit again and go to the back again, but after a fantastic display of overtaking, he finished in P7, which is where he started. In the words of WTF1's Matt Gallagher, "I want a refund. We were promised rain. The forecast was supposed to be for thunderstorms all weekend, but instead we got beautiful sunny weather all weekend. However, this is the first of 2 races at the Red Bull Ring, as there is the Austrian Grand Prix next week. So maybe we can hope for it next week instead?" Well, that is it for this episode of 5 Talking Points. Again, apologies if it was a bit of a short one, but it was actually hard to find things to talk about as it was a bit of a dull race, let's be honest. But if you guys enjoyed it anyway, make sure to smash that like button down below, subscribe if you like what you see and you want to see more, and if you don't want to miss a video, hit that little bell next to the subscribe button and you'll get a notification whenever I upload. Until next time, thanks so much for watching.